Hello, people. Welcome back to the channel. Usman Talks United. Listen, I don't even know why I'm smiling. Sunday was a massacre. It was a massacre. But I've got a very, very special guest, or shall I say, guests in the background. Listen, this is about to go off, people. Get your popcorn because a certain man's ready to unleash hell on you lot. But listen, a lot to unpack today. Obviously, we're going to tactically break down the game on Sunday. Obviously, you guys heard the news. Ollie has been given the free game cushion. He's staying. We'll talk about what else we got to talk about. Players down in tools. Listen, that's a very touchy topic, but we're going to discuss it. So, guys, like I said, subscribe if you're new, smash the like, and let's get into it, man. Yeah, the glory days, man. You see Nani doing the backflip. Those when times were good, people. I might even have to play that intro again, but you know what? We're not going to do that. Introducing first. You guys know his face. He is the host of the channel. Let's give it up for Usman.
Yeah. We've literally just swapped over hosts because Jerry said, Usman, you're pissed. So let's swap over last minute. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a good show. As always, the pattern is looking stacked, I can tell you right now. So just get comfy. I tell you right now, it's going to be a good one.
And introducing next, the Yank you love to love from the other side of the pond, Mr. Shawn. It's lovely to see you, my guy.
We're all smiling right now, but
it's about to get cooking in the kitchen, man. We got a lot to discuss, but how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Considering.
Yeah, Ali already flexing down in the comments, bro. Less of that, man. Just let's do our thing.
Listen, I'm happy Ali's happy, man. That's because I know Ali viewers here, raw.
Big up Ali every time, man. Is he still in Dubai living it up? Big up you, Ali, man. And introducing next, my bro. Obviously, we go back and forth online in the group chat. No, you know this guy is too funny. Man. I got to introduce the guy Semps in the building. Listen, always happy to have you on the channel, bro. What are you saying? Bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Thanks for having me back on, people, man. Always good to jump back on Usman's show, man. It's been a little while, so yeah, man. Big up. I got a lot to say, so I'm looking forward to this show.
All right, listen, thanks for the love, people. Thanks for the love. Listen, this ain't my channel. I'm just stepping in. Always a pleasure to be on Usman Talks United.
Yes.
Listen, let's just get straight into it, people. Where do you want to begin? Do you want to talk about the news today, the game on Sunday? You know, let's talk about the game on Sunday because it's really fresh in our minds. Or Usman, are we okay to start there with the tactical analysis? Or no, let's talk about today.
Whatever you want to do, go
today, bro. We saw the news. Ollie is expected to stay for the Tottenham game. So Alex was at the training ground giving the sign of approval. Let me come to you, Usman, because man, even more, fam. When you saw that news, what was your initial reaction, bro?
Right. Basically, I was at work. So I was at work. Obviously, the phone's going off, and I'm thinking, yes, it's happening. Phones, and I looked at before, and I seen our WhatsApp group, and I see bare screenshots, pictures going. I thought, okay, this must be Sky Sports in a positive light. I checked the messages, and I see Ollie's time has been extended by a 3-game cushion. And now I'm stood there, my work colleagues, right? So basically, I was saying to you guys about violent. Basically, I've never been violent so hard. So obviously, the news has come through. I told my work colleagues, they've pulled the speakers out, yeah? So we're outside coaching. Obviously, I coach, for a living, all that stuff. But so that coaching, they start pulling the speakers out and they start playing You Never Walk Alone on the speakers. I swear to God, all the kids, there's about 50 kids, all singing, violating me. Even the Man United fans, the little kids are joining in and violating me. Like, I've been all of them singing Ollie's at the wheel. Like, oh my God, I've never been so embarrassed to be a Man United fan in my life. It's like, regarding the news, how on earth can a manager who's never won a trophy for Manchester United, been absolutely humiliated for the first time in 100 years of the history of Manchester United? People weren't even at World War II the last time Man United lost 5-0. Hitler wasn't even doing a madness at this time. He was just, easing into it. Bro, that was the last time. But that was the last time we lost 5. Hitler was like, listen, we're going again. But nah. What is going off, man? First time in 100 years that we lost 5-0 to Liverpool, our biggest rivals. The last time we lost to Liverpool in a similar situation, the manager got sacked. That manager had 2 trophies to his name. That manager didn't have $500 million to spend. That manager didn't get the backing when he finished second. That manager wanted a centre-back, didn't get one. This guy got Champions League run. But guess which manager survived? Guess which one? The one who got Varane, not the one who had to play with Jones and Smalling and Rojo. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. And I'm sorry, Sir Alex Ferguson, I love you so much. I love you more than my mates, some of the mates. But just some, because these men will be onto me.
But you know what? I feel like that is also a conversation that needs to be had about Sir Alex, because I've seen 1 or 2 people saying online, Sir Alex, you need to step back. I've said it myself, but it's like you can't say anything on Sir Alex's name. Now, let me tell you something. I love Sir Alex Ferguson. I grew up on Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? But this is 2021. We have to move on now. And we have to see these decisions that Sir Alex is making since he's left. The David Moyes one was a madness. Look, we can't just ignore these things, yeah? And then now we're seeing all of this like coming in and stepping in, helping Ollie. It's not right, man. We all love Sir Alex and stuff, yeah, but this is 2021 now. We have to move away from this Alex Ferguson era and create a new one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Big up. Man says, so Alex, just go home and watch The Chase, man. Listen, I echo everyone's thoughts, because it's like we're clinging on to the DNA and the Sir Alex, bro.
What DNA?
Oh, we don't want to go there yet.
5-0, and these, bro, they had mercy on us. They had mercy on us, bro. If they wanted to hit us for 10, bro, we would have never come back from that for the rest of our lives. I mean, the 5-0 is bad enough, but this is a result for the rest of our lives. We'll never forget this result, because it's so huge in the history of this club. And for me personally, half the players don't want him. Even the biggest Ollie in fanboys like Kish, shout out Kish, man's loyal to the death. Even Kish said it's time to go. And if Kish says it's time to go, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If Kish is given up, oh God. Anyway.
Let me quickly jump to Shawn, because he's been there quietly listening to what we had to say. Shawn, man, let it rip, because you said you've been saying this.
Peep this, yeah. So this is what happened today. Today you had Sir Alex Ferguson, you had Joe and Avram Glazer, you had man like Kish, you had all the top Scousers, all the top Dippers, all the top Gunners, all the top rivals. What happened today was they were all led in processional straight in front of Carrington, and Kish was leading the chants, singing, "We want you to stay, we want you to stay, Ollie Solskjaer, we want you to stay." You know, that's what's crazy, bro, is that we're a banter club right now. And the sad thing is, Usman said something that I mean, this is what made me start fuming on Sunday. It's not just that we lost, it's how we lost. In the manner in which I would have held 9 and just taken a hiding and been mad. But the fact that they stopped at 5 to take it easy, right, pissed me off, bro. It's taking a piss. Bro, it was worse. It was worse, fam. And anybody who, listen, and I have not been violent toward people. I haven't chosen violence, moving violence. Where these people come at me, I'm plastic, I'm fake, just back your manager, back the club, do whatever. First off, half of these people, I need to know if you're married. Because if you are the catch of the freaking universe. Because your spouse could move mad crazy and you'll just sit back and take it, right? Just moving reckless and you'll take it. Because that's apparently real love and supporting people. Listen, guys, we've been seeing this for time. But Sunday, if that doesn't get one sacked, listen, let me say it this way. El hombre es una cucaracha, right? I don't want to get into speaking Spanish on this space, but I basically just said this brother's a cockroach because the fact is he's not dying. He's not. Put him in a nuclear. How in the world can any other manager and this DNA stuff? I was actually getting ready to stream today. I'm putting together a stream that's going to make me a lot of enemies right now because I got to get off my chest on why potentially now Ollie has become the worst manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. And I'm going to break down why. Look, no feelings, just facts. What could be, and it's up for the people to decide. At the end of the day, man, people are going to back this guy no matter what. It's divided the fan base. He's clearly a cover for the Glazers. They don't want someone like a Conte, for example, because he's just going to burn the house down and win, and try to win along the way. And they don't care about winning. But apparently, our fan base now, it's sad that we're to the point where people are more loyal to their feelings about the player and the person than the club. They love Ollie more than the club. And I didn't want to choose violence, but I'm going to say it. I don't care. I've had enough. I don't care. I'm sorry. You love Ollie more than the club because at this point, listen, guys, would anybody in this place be surprised if we don't win a few matches off the bounce? Because this is what we do. This man's dead numerous times and comes back, right? Wins a few matches. They'll start singing in the Stretford end, and all of a sudden, it's good again. And I'm sorry, guys. I want us back to winning leagues, and it's never happening under this guy. It's not personal. I wish him all the best. But the truth is, I've been saying this for over a year. He should have went last year. If we had any ambition after what happened in the Champions League, we should have moved on then. And I have a feeling that when they should have hired Poch, they didn't. Now they're doing the sneaky thing, and they want to get a perverted, nasty PSG Poch. And I think that's why they're holding out. Yeah. I got a sneaky suspicion. Me and Usman have been talking about this already. That he signed that 18-month deal. Poch probably already had this sniffed out 18 months ago.
Wheel, bro. He's coming.
The thing is that I don't think that they were planning to sack him. So I think what's happened is taken them by surprise. I think Ollie will be gone in the next 30 days. And really? I've said, yeah. And I've said it a number of times now. I did not expect him to get sacked after Liverpool, after the 5-0. I knew he would be in the job Monday. I knew he would be in the job Tuesday. I think that.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Not to interrupt. I just want to ask you a question because I know I follow you a lot and see what you're doing. You go to a lot of games. I mean, is there a big sense that the crowd has really just been fed up? I mean, are you sensing that and seeing it? Is it different now? Because I'm like, watching the results, I just know how we're going to go. But is it different now with these guys? Like,
so the atmosphere in the stadium. The atmosphere in the stadium now it's a weird one because what fans inside the stadium don't want to do is be open about their feelings about Ollie. They do not want that because they're going to get some parts of the fans that are going to start turning on them. So there was somebody, around getting a drink. It will turn into nearly a fight because he was getting onto Ollie. Someone was like, "You get out of here," all of that stuff. So then that's what you get. You get a lot of people talking in there together about Ollie, complaining about subs and stuff, but they won't openly think. But then obviously when halftime comes and you hear the boos, that's when everybody can collectively come and say, you know what, we ain't happy. We're not saying nothing to Ollie, but deep down we actually believe that it's Ollie. And it is turning inside the stadium now because for the last 2 games now, I've had conversations with different fans, whether we're in the stadium or whether we're walking home or whatever. And this is even after the Villarreal game. Fans are saying we are papering over the cracks. This guy is not good enough. I've had one fan say to me on the way home on Sunday that if he loves the club that much, and I don't expect him to do this, by the way, but what he was saying is if he loves the club that much, he should walk out. That's what and and you will now find there's more of these fans. Before I thought there was more kishes around, but now there are more normal fans around that understand because
man like Kish now got his own segue, and it's not even normal.
But I will say one last thing as well is because when you're going to games week in and week out regularly, you can't help but see the nonsense that's going on the field. And I always believe that you see a little bit more than what you actually see on TV. Like you literally see these players do not know what they're doing. They're looking around for help. They're looking around. You look at our technical area, you know, there's always a manager on the other technical area.
You see Ronaldo, the video of Ronaldo. Let me say this in Jerry's, let's say it's like Jerry would say it. Raw was crazy. It was like Ronaldo was like, all he was doing what he does, and Ronaldo was over like.
Yeah, it's peak, man. So yeah, I didn't think that Ollie would get the sack just yet, but you have to understand it's not just about this game. I've been talking before. We drew to Everton, right? We lost to Aston Villa. We lost to Leicester. Now we've lost to Liverpool. That's 1 point in 4 games. So we now look at these next games now where we may not beat Spurs. Say we get a point against Spurs. Say we get 3 points against Watford. We lose.
We got Spurs, Atlanta, City.
Yeah, I know. We're losing to City. Don't worry. I know the order, boy. We're losing to City.
I'm just making sure like
I'm talking about where we may be able to pick up points. We may be able to pick up points with Watford. But even that, the maximum I can see is 5 points out of these next 5 games. We then go to Chelsea on the 28th of November and we play Arsenal on the 2nd of December. Yeah. I think by that Arsenal game, I don't know when it happens, but by then he would have gone, because you look at that and then you look at the previous 4 games and we'll be looking at mid-table then. Bro, he has to go by then.
Mid-table, bro.
If you look at the form guide, yeah, we are bottom. Like, it's bare Reds, bare L's. Just quickly, let me touch on the walk. Ollie Musford now. Osman's been saying this quite a few times.
I've said it bare times.
You said it bare times, and I just wanna ask the panel, but when you say that, it doesn't frustrate me, but I'm thinking, why do you say that? Because
pull the Gattuso photo out right now. Just put it on the screen. Just put it on the screen, and I'll talk you through it.
We'll get there, but like,
Ollie got 7 million reasons why he's not about to walk.
Thank you. Like, come on, we
that's
can't
his
be
payout, right?
No one is.
Well, I'm saying that's how he's thinking. He's like, bro,
I don't give a shit how he's thinking. How I'm thinking is, this guy's meant to be a club legend. This guy's meant to be a fan. This guy's meant to love the fucking club, right? He's going in after that game, looking himself in the mirror and saying, "This guy can turn. You can turn it around, bro."
You know what I'll say though, Usman, is in life, and this is something I'm always trying to be positive, and in yourself, you have to believe in yourself. In it, you can't. You actually have to have. I'm not
gonna.
No. Let me land. Look, so in his head, he is going to. We know that he's delusional anyway. He said that we're close, so I don't know. That's what he says. We know that.
Jerry, that's what you want.
We know he ain't seeing straight. We know he ain't seeing straight, but what we have to realize is that at the end of the day, he's a normal person, that he's just not going to walk away from this job. He's just not going to walk away from this job. And if I'm honest, I wouldn't expect him to. The Glazers need to do the right thing and just sack him. I wouldn't expect him to walk away from the job, because you don't just give up. So
I ask you guys a question for all of you.
Can I just come back to that first?
Go ahead, bro.
Because I do not. I agree with what you're saying, but in this context, I don't agree with it. Because sometimes in life, you gotta be honest with yourself and say, "No, what? I ain't fucking good enough to do this shit." Listen. Some people some people so deluded. The man's will be thinking, oh, I can still make it as a footballer. Bro, you can't. You're 29, man. Relax. You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it, bro. The knees, it went the knees, my guy. The knees, it cost you the bloody career. You gotta be real with yourself as well. And I understand what you lot are saying. Why would he walk away, pay out, dream job, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, right, it comes down to this for me. If you love the club as much as you claim, and your United DNA, your X, Y, and Z, have some dignity. We've just lost 5-0 to Liverpool Football Club. The fans are singing Ollie at the wheel. Their fans are singing Ollie at the wheel. Bro, have some shame, have some dignity.
I have to laugh when I hear that. When I see that video, I start laughing.
Bro, you can't. There's no way that they're mugging you off. Liverpool fans mugging you off in our stadium, and he's come back and said, yeah, I can still do it. I can still do it. Bro, come on, man. Like, there's self-belief and there's this next level delusion. The reason he has to walk for me is because we know that the Glazers are frauds. Ollie knows that as well. He knows he ain't gonna get sacked unless he commits flipping murder on the pitch or something. And even then, they might find a way by getting some next level bloody lawyers to back it. He's not gonna get sacked by these guys unless it does something crazy. So for me personally, pull the Gattuso photo up. I want the Gattuso photo.
But it's the hope. It's the hope that kills Kish, and it's the hope that kills. And it's the hope that kills Ollie, because they're just hoping that they're gonna turn a corner.
But like Shawn said, they're
on a roundabout, Semps. They ain't taking a fucking corner.
But like Shawn said earlier, Ollie he probably will win the next 3 games. So in his heart, he's thinking, I've been down before. I can get back again. That's probably
you know what
right now.
I think this is different. I don't see how we beat City, because trust me, in those games before, when because remember, we've been crap before, and this is one of the reasons why I still flipping went up to Old Trafford on Sunday. Whenever we've been crap, we've still managed to give Liverpool a game at Old Trafford. We've still given them a game. You know what I'm saying? Even at Anfield, we've given them a game. Yeah, we've lost games, but we've given them a game. But what I'm saying now is it's different. When you watch us play at the moment, we are it's like we've got worse. We were bad, but we've got worse.
With the signings, it doesn't make sense.
They broke me last year. You know, you were talking about hope, Semps. You know, not to go biblical on people, but you know, in a certain book,
we need God.
It says when hope is deferred, the heart gets sick. And the fact is, you know, some of us had hope for so long. They broke us for so long. It's like heart sick at this point. I can't take anymore. And back to, since we're on the biblical route, you know, it says wounds from friends can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Ollie ain't got no friends. Because if he had some real friends, they'd tell him about himself. Bruh, this ain't that. And you ain't it. And you need to bounce. So I'm with Usman. He needs to leave. But my question for you guys
can I get a party for all my Muslim brothers in the chat right now?
If you guys all grew up supporting United, I assume, right? So yeah. You love the club, you grew up supporting them. My question would be, if you are grown and you started playing for Liverpool, right? First off, I don't know how you could do it, but if you did.
I was thinking, I lost when you said that.
Well, listen.
No, you can't, bro.
All he said from his own mouth when asked, he grew up a Liverpool supporter. He did not grow up a United supporter.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he grew up a Liverpool supporter. And the fact is, he showed it on Sunday. He did the work. Sunday. But listen, let me tell you how I feel about this. And people say, "Oh, you're petty." I am petty. I'm so petty that both of my sons who play in the MLS Academy back east, the best coach in our region was at a Liverpool Academy outside of Washington, D.C. And you know what? When my kids would go train under him at a camp, he would mess with me, but he knew, do not send them home in a shirt. I don't want your free shirt. If you send the shirt, my kids have already been told to throw it away in your face, right in front of you. That's how petty I am. So I'm like, listen, man, you know, I don't get all this United DNA. He's United through and through. No, he's not, man. He came to United as a grown-up. He apparently loves the club. I get that. But this whole did Alex Ferguson have the United DNA when Broman come from Aberdeen? Right?
Oh, I was about to get into that.
So when he comes from the fact is United DNA attacking football, I get all that. But when we start talking about youth, courage, success, all this stuff I've heard Ollie say, the guy has lied about all of that. And I don't want to get into my video tomorrow, but he's literally lied about all of it. But because he smiles and we love him for what he did as a player, he gets a pass. If it was Jose or Van Gaal, we would be murdering this guy. But he gets a pass, and I don't see. Semps says I don't think he's going to last out. I wouldn't be surprised if they do get rid of him. I think that they go the interim route. Maybe if they do, all I'm saying, I'm telling you this for free. I don't even try to listen. I'm not trying to be vulgar, cuss, swear. I'm trying to keep it wholesome family entertainment. But if I hear one freaking person singing Darren's at the wheel, I swear down. I swear down. Listen, bro, I am coming spitting the type of venom.
Bro.
But this is an Go on, Jerry.
Why when I see the training videos, I see Fletcher just
exactly. He's meant to be technical director or something, right?
Bro, it doesn't make sense, man. But guys,
goes out there in the rondos,
But this is what I'm saying, though, peeps, is that we do have to. I know we all want Ollie gone right now. Yeah, we're all vexed after Sunday, but we got to be a bit smart and objective about it, because to just sack him now, then who comes in? Do you know what I'm saying? This is why
I don't care.
This is why I believe, because we don't want a Darren Fletcher coming in on, like my mate, I don't know if he's still in the comments, he was saying Man United would sack him and then appoint Wayne Rooney as interim. That's what he said. But I'm like, look, we don't want none of that. Next 30 days, this run of games, now you can start scouting out the right manager that you want. Do it, we don't want a knee-jerk reaction and then go and make the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Take some time, find the right manager that you want. Now, if it is Conte, fine, but make sure you have the right conversations with him. Everybody's on the same page, and then you do it. Doing it right now, I don't think is the right thing. He is going to go. 100% he's going to go, people. Trust me, because the football is too bad, and we're not recovering from this. But that's what I'm saying. Tech time. Next 30 days, people. Next 30 days. Yeah, Messi was him. He's the one who said it. Next 30 days, he will be gone. I guarantee.
What about Tosuka to end the season? What about him?
No, we don't condone that rubbish. Listen, Usman, you said obviously you get him out. But like Semps said, obviously I've seen you say bare times you don't want Conte. So right now, we do sack him. What's your route?
What Semps just said it there, I agree with wholeheartedly. In terms of don't sack him unless you've got an actual backup, because I don't want it to be Fletcher. I'm gonna just. I mean, that's a given, isn't it? However, generally, this isn't me taking the piss, but I'd rather Ronaldo is in charge for the Spurs game than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm not even taking the piss. I think if Ronaldo was in charge, at least the tactics would be get the ball to me and we might actually score. Like he'd actually score goals, because they're actually passing the flipping ball in the final third. Because every time we go into the final third, they always look at each other like, now what we're going to do? We don't know what happens at this stage. We're not used to getting to this final third. They just stare at each other and just pass the ball around the edge of the box. So at least if Ronaldo's in charge, we might score some goals.
Don't put that up, Jerry.
Just get an interim manager. Honestly, God, I don't care who it is for these two games. Basically, in my head, I'm saying the Spurs game, Atlanta game, and City game are right off in my head. Because...
But are they?
No, let me explain. I'm saying that they're right off in a sense that I don't want Ollie to have him. I don't care who's got him, but not Ollie. Sack him today. He shouldn't have these games. Why is he getting another lifeline after he got slapped 6-1 last season to Spurs, then lost to Everton? And now he's got slapped 5-0 to Liverpool, got battered by Villarreal in the Europa League, got slapped by Everton 4-0, being slapped by Cardiff. I mean, how many lifelines does this guy need to have? Like, it's quite evident he's not going to turn it around. Half the dressing room is gone. So for me, get anyone in. I don't even care if it's McKenna for these 3 games. And like, I know McKenna's obviously not the guy, obviously, but give it to like Arsenal did with Ljungberg, basically.
But that was disastrous. Nah.
It doesn't matter though, because okay, let me flip this then. Let's say if it's not disastrous, Ollie wins against Spurs, because that can definitely happen. Not a curtain on Spurs because they're terrible at the moment. We could definitely get a 1-0 victory against Spurs. Atlanta game, okay, granted they probably should beat us, but who knows? We could probably beat them as well. I don't know if their players are back fit. Of course, Man City we're gonna hold fire again, and it's realistic. So that's in their head. Even if we draw at Atlanta 4 points in 9. These mans are going to be singing Ollie's at the wheel.
It's going to be a terrible
if you can't back your manager through the dark time, don't celebrate.
You see how I feel?
If you hate her when we lose.
If you can't be in the dark time, don't come back when Ollie's doing this at the end of the season.
You see how I feel, yeah? The next 3 games, obviously I'm predicting. I don't know what's going to happen, but...
Yeah, well, what if he gets 4 points, Cherry, and then Ollie's staying for longer? So is that worth the risk to you?
No, but like you said, the City game for me, it will be a repeat of Sunday. So... regardless if we beat Spurs, City, if losing to Liverpool,
he's not good against Pep though, man. Jerry, you're playing with fire,
bro. We're going to lose that game. Just know.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say.
Jerry, you also said we're gonna win the treble, so I can't take your word with any weight, my brother.
Listen, here's the thing.
That was a low blow, innit, Jerry? That was a low blow, innit?
Let me explain this.
That was a low blow, Jerry. You can't explain though, Jerry, but it was a low blow.
Of course I can. What do you mean?
We got to allow him now, Usman. He made a mistake, bro. He made a mistake.
Thank you. Listen, when I said that, I was hot.
He was getting. He was a little getting.
We told you
he was like,
there
was. Yeah, I know Ollie tax, but I was thinking, nah, bro. We've all raised our expectations with the team we had. I was thinking, like. Nah, bro, we got to collect something this season.
We're collecting.
We're collecting. We've gone from trouble to 3 games to save the
That's the trouble still.
Yeah, still a trouble. 9 points. If he gets to 9 points, Jerry, you went wrong. He's got the treble. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on, should we put up the pictures? Because
can I say one thing about
that?
What Usman was saying, you know. As much as I've wanted Ollie to be gone since last season, right? I haven't been like all vocal and nasty about it, but I've been straightforward enough about it that certain men on other channels wasn't wanting me around anymore because apparently I was negative by just calling things out that I saw. For example, 2 years ago when we were playing against City in a semifinal, we couldn't play out the back to save our life, but I see the same things right now that I was seeing then, and no one was saying anything. You say anything about Bruno Fernandes, who is basically the next, he must be Jesus' first cousin because he's now the savior of the club. Because if you say anything, and I love Bruno, but the fact is his positional awareness kills us a lot of times. And you call it out, and all of a sudden you're some hater and whatever. It's just our fan base. But Ollie, I love this guy as a player. There's things about him I've loved, but this guy has hurt me. So listen, I'm like you. I don't even remember when Nas and Jay-Z had their beef, and Nas released a song called Ether. Sometimes you gotta let that stuff burn slow. And so for me, I don't need him to go right now. I need him to feel this pain. He's been making me feel it for over a year. Ollie, I hope you sit on that seat and burn slow, fam, because I love you. But listen, I hope you catch work for a minute, because that's just how I am. I'm moving petty right now, Jerry. I apologize.
No, I hear you, but a bit of me is thinking, like, I don't want to take sentiment and take it in and out, but it's like, I want him to go, but I don't want it to be like nasty. I know it's nasty now, but
it's been
I know.
It's his fault. It's his fault that it's nasty.
But
because we lost 5-0 to Liverpool. And
when you see like how Wenger got hounded out, when you deep it's like, wow, you lot.
Yeah, we don't want that, obviously. Yeah, you're right.
You lot treated him so bad after what he did for you, and obviously Oli ain't done nothing for us as a manager, so it's kind of different. But he's got to get the sack. But let's bring up the image on Sunday, because that first goal. Let me try.
Hey, real talk. I want to make one comment that I know is going to create a lot of issues, but I'm just going to put it out there. I don't care because I can make this comment. You know, I got drama last year when we were having certain discussions, and man didn't know what I'm telling the truth when I say this. If Oli wasn't, let's even take the legend out of it. If people don't understand the problems in our society that exist in systemic style racism, right? Just look at Manchester United situation. You cannot tell me if Oli is of a different melanin content, that one, he gets the job, and two, is he still in it with these top reds?
Oh, absolutely not.
No way. No way. That's just. I mean, I'm not saying that. I didn't just say he's only got the job because of his melanin. That's not what I'm saying. Because that's what people make the argument. But there's no way in the world, even Thierry Henry, who's way more a legend, if he was coaching at Arsenal and Arsenal just got pammed by Spurs at home, he would be gone.
100%.
And certain men would have but they'd be out there in London walking with banana skins and everything else. You know them men. You know them men there.
That's even how I feel about.
I'm just keeping it real. It bugs me.
Also putting Arteta instead of a manager in Vieira. Experience has been around, but they went for Arteta with zero experience, which just tells me, yeah, it's hard for us out here. But
yeah, I just had to throw that out there. I was in a conversation before I got on the stream. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even brought that out. Can I just shoot the Pogba thing out as well, just quickly while you're on the topic? That's why he gets the heat he does.
Let me just land on this because last night, I got triggered. I'm not gonna lie, I got triggered. And today, all the lads in the chat that triggered me, they have messaged me saying, no, Oswald, we actually understand now because Sky Sports, you played yourself. Well done. Once again, guess who Sky Sports are talking about on Twitter? I guess I'll give you one guess, lads. Who do you think the Sky Sports are talking about?
Yeah, but the thing is, Usman, is I'm sorry, but we can look at Sky Sports and we can talk about the racism and all of this stuff, but this is what, even in society, we don't help ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't help ourselves. And what I saw on the stream yesterday was just another classic example of just someone just trying to bring. And now I don't know my man. Yeah, I've never seen him on a stream, so he could be a really nice guy. But what I saw yesterday was someone clearly trying to get their agenda out on a situation because it had nothing to do with what you lot was talking about. And Pogba is always the conversation, and he wasn't even playing. Yes, he came on and he got a red card. We were 4 down by then.
Look at his face when he came off.
Look
at his face, man. What's he supposed to do?
This is it. Man. It was the same when we lost to Liverpool when Jose got sacked. Pogba wasn't playing. They were still talking about Pogba in the studio. Why do we do this, man? Like,
just to add a bit of not context, but it's because I think is it Daniel? Daniel was speaking yesterday, right?
Daniel's the homie too.
He was basically saying because Pogba's the best player at the club and he's most high profile. That's why he gets the most talked about, the most clicks, because of his stature, which is unfortunate for him because his fame and his name is Paul Pogba. Everyone's going to talk about it, whether he's playing, whether he's dropped, whatever happens, it will find its way back to Paul Pogba, which is a shame.
But what he was saying yesterday was that basically Pogba has got Oli sacked, and then no, you watch it back. That's what he said, and then it reversed it when we started getting onto him. Osman wasn't happy. I was writing my comments. Then he added in the Maguire and the Shaw, and then he was talking about the senior players.
Yeah, they did initially kind of go down that route and saying
it was Pogba initially, and this is what I'm saying. When you really check it, if this was a Jose situation, then yeah, people may put that argument forward. But you can argue that friggin' Pogba's the one who got Oli the job with that perfect match that he had. Then after that, he was injured for more or less the whole of the following season in Oli's first full season. We signed Bruno Fernandes in January, right? Yeah. Pogba came back towards the end of the season, had a good end to the season, started the following season, which was last season. And he had a good season. You can pick to loads of games. West Ham, Burnley, Europa League, Fulham. You can pick to loads of games where Pogba was doing his thing, and normal games as well. And then this season, like where is it that Pogba has let Oli down in this? Do you know what I'm saying? How are we talking about Pogba?
Yeah, I got into it with somebody yesterday on a stream, a different channel, and he wanted to go in this route. And it was all I could do to keep my mouth shut on this because I'm thinking, bro, okay. So first off, was the challenge itself unnecessary? Yes. But Pogba's already told us before he's not the best at trying to win the ball back in those situations. He's done dumb stuff before. But to act like he did it completely on purpose because he was trying to get Oli out and all this kind of stuff. Here's the thing. We were down like 4. We might have been down 5 when that happened. So, I mean, but here's the thing. Look at this. Bruno had a tackle in that game.
Curtis Jones.
A red. And
that was dangerous.
Then you had Cristiano petulantly kicking someone who he kicked the ball. He kicked the ball. But still, you knew what he was wanting to do.
I love that shit.
You knew what he was wanting to do.
Quickly, guys, yeah? You see when that happened, where was the man then? I saw Ronaldo, Bruno, Fred. But there was like 8 Liverpool, man. I saw Maguire.
Yeah, where's McTominay?
Where was you, bro?
Where's McTominay? Where's Rashford's jogging? And bro, this guy, that was embarrassing. That was the most embarrassing part. You got bullied, bro.
I don't know where some man is because he hides every game, but he's the player that we're
no, but Scott is normally on that type of stuff.
Yeah, Scott wasn't even having it, man. He wasn't even there, man. Maguire with his 2 pace fucking running back.
He couldn't even juggle. He's that slow. He was probably.
I'm not getting triggered by no McPassion discussion.
Yeah. Get the pictures up.
Yeah. So, what is it? The first goal. Right.
Yeah.
Let me just share the screen, bear with me, people.
Yeah, so basically, this is a new segment that we're doing on the podcast. Basically, I'm just robbing people's pictures. So shout out to whoever's picture it belongs to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who it was. I just saw it on Twitter. So basically, we're gonna try to do this more frequently on the channel. Basically, this is a picture of the first goal. 6 minutes into the game, and you've got Luke Shaw 1v3, and McFred. Nowhere to be seen. They're meant to be screening the back four. Maguire out position, Lindelof out position, Wan-Bissaka pressing too hard the pitch, Bruno solo pressing initially. It's an absolute shambles, isn't it? Like the comments are like, what is that? Who wants to take it first? Shawn, should we start with you? Or
bro, it's an 8. You got an 8 and a 10 playing as double sixes in this system. Like you've said, I've said plenty of times before, you have Bruno Fernandes as a secondary striker, which makes our midfield so easy to bypass. Most teams play at least with 3 in the midfield, like Liverpool do. So even if you had great midfielders, right, 3 still beats 2 when Bruno's always out of the picture because he's pressing half the time by himself. I've watched him press the other team's goalkeeper, right? So, tactically, this is terrible. We've seen this forever. Wan-Bissaka, who, when he first came in the team, I love to no end, and I still have hope for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But his positional awareness is absolutely terrible. He's been horrible at times. And I believe it's a coaching issue with him. I think there's still a player there with the right coaching that can be salvaged. However, going forward at times, oh, Lord, it's a madness. But listen, if I had to watch man like Sonic running up and down the wing for 2.5 years, I can give Spider-Wan a little bit more time, even though he should be a backup at this point. But he's way out of position, which is normal. But then you have a situation, and here I am pointing, like y'all can see me pointing to what's going on. Maguire, come on, man. Come on, bro. This guy, he left his game in Greece because ever since man went full, allegedly, hey, officer, do you know who I am? We can't see the brother, right? I don't know what. So the first time I ever seen this dude, I'll never forget. He came to Old Trafford playing for Hull, and he bossed the game.
Yeah, he was actually all right.
He was amazing. And I was thinking, oh, look at this guy, right? We should pick him up on the cheap. No, we wait and then buy him for 80 mil when he's a 45 million pound player at best. And that's just paying for the size of his head, right? At the end of the day, this guy, and then people talking about the win we got midweek. Do you remember how one of our goals was freaking Harry Maguire, right? Back post.
Good finish. But how often do you see an Italian defender let the ball run right through his legs and doesn't clear that? That was absolutely fluky goal. But anyway, guys, you can see the positional situation here. I actually showed this goal to my children numerous times, not because I wanted to show them how bummy we are, but because especially my one son plays in the 10 and sometimes has to play 8. So I was showing him how, as a secondary run, strikers can get up into the box and score goals. Not strikers, midfielders. You don't have to always stay back. Run past the striker there who brings you into play. So it's phenomenal play by an actually well-coached team. And then there's the other team that we love so much, standing there looking like I'm just waiting for the next clip of Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw giving each other little love letters and hugging each other on the pitch. You ain't gonna tell me this bros ain't got something going on.
because this ain't the first time that I've seen y'all lovey-dovey. And listen, put the stills up and let's go in.
I don't even know if I even have that one.
Nah, I don't think we have the second one. I'm not gonna lie. It was we had the first.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know if everyone else saw them kind of,
Sure, but the other ones are more like just the system issues with the one in the middle of the field. Basically, we went defense, midfield, and strike. So we've covered all the bases. So obviously, this one's kind of referring to the defensive system being an absolute shambles.
Well, you have two guys that. You have Scott McTominay is not good defensively. How long do we have to say this? This has been going on for years, and he's meant to screen the back. I saw Fred on Sunday, right? Because the first half, people were like, Fred's doing all right, Well, the reason Fred was doing all right was because he was doing all right for a rec league baller. Because you remember rec league when you guys played, if you were the best player on your team, and you got to run anywhere and just do anything you wanted? That was Fred. I watched Fred making tackles at right back. Bro, he's supposed to be playing left in the six, and he's playing right back making tackles. That is coaching, positional awareness, and we just don't have it.
Yeah, I mean, Semps, what are your thoughts? Obviously, Shawn's kind of covered all bases, really. But this was a kind of a common theme basically throughout the entirety of this game. It was very similar when we got slapped by Spurs. Do you put this down to the players? Do you put this down to the coaching? Is it a combination of two? Like, where do you sit on, obviously, the shambles of a photo?
I'm always going to look. I totally take on board when people say the players, and these are professional players, they need to understand certain things or where they're, awareness on the pitch and things like that. But you see the way teams play and the way teams are set up based on the way their coaches want them to play. And what I saw in this very moment, because as I said, I was there. And
of course,
you can see it's like you can just see it happening right in front of your eyes before it actually happens. Because I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure Greenwood. I haven't watched any of this game back, by the way. But I'm pretty sure Greenwood goes first, and then he leaves a big gap, and then it was like you saw Wan-Bissaka thinking, "Shit, should I go or should I not go?" So he is in two minds. If he doesn't go, then they advance on us, and then he goes, and then they just left loads of gaps, and it was happening against Villarreal as well on this left-hand side as well. So I don't know if they are targeting Wan-Bissaka. It can't be because it was the low play in that game, but it just seems that everything always happens on this side. And what I'm saying is like these players just don't know what they're doing when it comes to the press. They don't know how to press, and it's just leaving gaps in. And exactly what Shawn was saying as well, we're always getting overrun in midfield. So they're just playing the ball around Fred and McTominay. And I'm not their biggest fans, people. And it was the same, the Villarreal game where Scott McTominay got a lot of abuse as well. But these players are like literally out there at the moment and just having the ball just played around them. Like I don't know how many of you lot have played football, but when you're playing against a very, very good side, it doesn't matter how much you try or how good you are, these teams are going to run rings around you. And that's basically where we are at the moment. We've got great players, but we're not a good team. A good team isn't just a team of individuals. You're a unit. When you defend and when you're looking at defensive stats, the goalkeepers get the applaudits, the back four get the applaudits, but it's not just them. It's a whole team that contributes to teams keeping clean sheets. Do you get what I mean? And at the moment, right from the front all the way to the back, we're too easy to play against. And this still image just shows you everybody's all over the place. And because it happens week in, week out, consistently, we are all seeing this, people. It's not an isolated incident. This wasn't just against Liverpool. We're seeing it week in and week out. And therefore, I do not believe it can be the players. If it was one game, then you'll say these players had a shocker today. Look at this poor performance. Maguire, Shaw, da-da-da-da. But we're seeing it every single week. Every single week we're seeing this now. And that's why I believe it has to be a coaching issue, man.
Yeah, I mean, I personally agree. I think there's a combination. It's a combination of both. I mean, there probably is a case for that. Because, of course, sometimes defenders, like the Wan-Bissaka scenario, he was kind of caught between two minds. There's definitely a case that he needs to use his own initiative in that scenario and understand that the press wasn't really available for him. However, the crux of the matter is, and I think you summed it perfectly, all 11 players need to contribute to bar the goalkeeper. All 10 players on the pitch need to contribute to the press. And this is one thing that is common knowledge. When you're pressing, you're setting your team up to press. You do not press individually. It's not a single press. It's not even a double press. You press as a unit. You defend as a unit. That is the most common basic level of coaching. Anyone who's coached a day in their life know you have to defend as a unit, and that isn't the back four defend like this and the midfield defend like this and the back front three. The whole team need to defend as a collective. So this was obviously the similar picture. I can't really see myself actually.
Yeah, sorry, it's a bit blurry.
Yeah, so we'll maybe take this one off because I can't even see myself. But it was a similar picture. Oh, can you guys see outside?
Yeah.
So this was similar to the. I think this was the second, maybe the third goal.
This was the same first goal. So you see Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, exactly. So the issue was with Wan-Bissaka, right? For me personally, Bruno Fernandes, and I've said this consistently. I don't want to get onto his neck because I'm a huge fan of his, but he was one of the main culprits for this goal, and it won't even get noticed because he pressed when he had no right to press the goalkeeper from his scenario. He leaves a big gaping hole in the middle of the park. And then someone else is trying to cover that gaping hole. In this case, it was Greenwood. So Greenwood, it was like a domino effect. Bruno Fernandes runs, and then he leaves a gaping hole. I understand he's trying to press and put pressure on, but that's not his job. He's the cam. He doesn't need to be doing that. That's on Ronaldo. So for me personally, Bruno Fernandes was the first mistake, which won't even get mentioned because people don't see that far back. Bruno Fernandes presses, and then Greenwood goes and presses, tries to cover the space that Bruno's left, and then obviously Wan-Bissaka did the same, and vice versa. What I don't understand is why the hell Maguire, Lindelof, and McTominay and Fred are out of position. I understand why the other three guys are out of position, because as I've just mentioned, they've all pressed when they shouldn't have pressed. But why the hell are Maguire and Lindelof running back onto their own goal? Where the hell are them two? Surely they should be facing Salah, running onto them. I don't understand why is Luke Shaw left on his own? I know Luke Shaw is probably culpable as well because obviously, I mean, he could have potentially played someone outside. But listen, I'm not going to blame Luke Shaw for being 1v3 in the first 6 minutes of a game. I don't understand where the centre-backs are. I don't understand where Fred and McTominay are. You two guys, right? And this is the problem. You're playing players in positions that's not natural to them. What do people say? Oh, that striker has a killer instinct. That's why they're a good striker. That defender has a killer instinct. They can sniff out danger. McFred and McTominay can't sniff out danger if it was up their ass. They haven't got a clue where the danger is. McTominay in particular hasn't got no defensive nous whatsoever. I've said it consistently that he is just as liable as Pogba defensively, but it doesn't get mentioned. The guy, go back to...
It's because he's got energy and desire.
No, but go back to that Everton game, yeah? In the first, Shawn, go back to the Everton game, yeah, and watch the first 20 minutes. Decore, and I said it after the game, Jerry, I'm sure you can quote me. Decore had 3 free shots on the edge of the box before they eventually scored. And who's going to be marking him? Scott McTominay. But guess what? He's falling asleep consistently. And this is the problem. Ollie is picking people and putting them in positions that isn't their first nature. I understand we don't have a DM. So obviously you could potentially say that's the Glazers' fault, that's Ollie's fault. We don't know. I would say it's Ollie's fault because he spent 40 million on Amad Diallo, spent money on Palestri, spent money on a Van der Beek that doesn't want to use. That's 80 to 90 million right there that he's not even using. So this notion that Ollie's not had money to spend is absolutely ridiculous because he could have spent that 90 million on a DM. So I'm not even going to give him that. But the point being is, if you've got a player like Scott McTominay who's defensively liable, you might as well play Van der Beek because at least he offers you something on the ball. He might be liable as well, but he'll actually create something. He actually do something going forward. So for me personally, tactics, absolute shambles. It always comes down to the coaching. Can you imagine a Conte team pressing like that? Can you imagine a Jose team pressing like that even? Can you imagine a bloody, Tuchel team, Pep team, Klopp team? Come on, man. That would never happen under their regime.
Exactly what you're saying there, Usman. Look how poor Liverpool were last season, yeah? Now, don't get me wrong. They got beat 7-2 by, who was it? Aston Villa last season, yeah? It's just a one-off. But for how poor they were last season, you ever see a performance like that from them? And this is what we're seeing consistently from us.
Yep.
The players do not have a Scooby. And exactly what you're saying there is we're playing players in unnatural positions. This is what you do. You do have in football, you sometimes have a Darren Fletcher in it, like them utility man. You have a James Milner. but not everybody's like that. You play people to their strengths, and then what you do is you build a team. People compensate each other. This person isn't good at this. Okay, let's get this person to cover for that. What we have there is a McFred that are meant to be the defensive screen, and neither of them are defensive minded. Neither of them.
Well, they're trying to do that with McTominay. I mean, that's what
He
they're
was a
trying to
striker
do.
in the
Hey, bro, don't get me started. But guys, listen, I got to bounce real quick. I just want to say, big up to everybody. I want to say one thing about what Usman was just saying with going back on the tactics. You know, man's homeboy, put down the toe jam and hobnobs for a few minutes to tell Ollie straight up, don't play like this again. Remember halftime Atalanta game, right?
Yeah. Was it halftime?
He said,
or full-time?
I think he said after the game, to be fair.
Well, he said, don't play like this again, because if you do, Liverpool will slap you. What did he do? Pick the same bro. That's all you need to know, man. Even his own friends trying to tell him he's just doing what he wants to do. It's an embarrassment at this point. I've never seen a team as the size of United coach the way that we are, so disjointed. And what's even more hilarious is how people are so blinded to it, right? It's some of the stuff we do wrong is so basic. And it's like, man, how do you not see it? And people just take it personal. You don't like the manager. Nah, bro, we all love the manager. It's not even about that. It's about basic stuff. But somehow with this guy, it's just been so personal for people. I don't get it. For me, I'd remove the sentiment.
This is what the Glazers wanted, though.
Yeah, perfect fit for it. Anyway, big up, guys. I'll be in the comments driving like a crazy American. That's how we do.
There's this comment here. Big up, Shawn. This comment here, I didn't know about this. Ollie was telling Cavani to play 4-4-2, and Cavani didn't understand because I didn't know about this. Is that a true thing? Yeah, that Cavani was like, we're a man down,
bro. Literally, yeah. The formation after, you know what, the second half, I wasn't really watching. I can't lie. I was just there. Big up Ty and Biz. I was doing a watch along with them. The second half was just silence, bro. We was just,
bro. It was silence of the lambs. Can I just talk that cover just quickly? Always, bro. You're always welcome. Just quickly, just shout out to the homie. It's so frustrating. We have been paused since end of last season. I mean, the fact that he didn't get sacked at the end of last season is absolute blasphemy, but it is what it is. Come to watch the stress hour. Listen, know the Cavani thing, right? That might be one of the worst substitutions Ollie's probably ever made.
Who did he come on?
Not because of Cavani. I don't even remember who he got subbed on for. But Mason. You know what? It was a Mason Greenwood. Right. He told Cavani, come on the pitch and play centre mid. Man was playing. Watch it back. Watch it. We'll just go and watch. Obviously, you're not going to want to. But if you watch the stills in the last 10 minutes, Cavani is in centre mid alongside Fred and McTominay, whoever's still on the pitch. I can't even remember who was on the pitch. It's a flipping blur because I erased that shit. But he sat in centre mid alongside them two guys. And I'm sat there thinking, you've got Donny and Matic on the bench, my brother. Why have you subbed on a striker to play a 4-3-1?
Bro, it's because he's got energy. Like, let's not disciple people.
Do you want me to give you some more joke? Guess who was actually warming up? Donny van der Beek was warming up. Donny van der Beek is warming up. We're all shouting his name. And then two twos. My brethren's like, Donny, we're making 2 substitutions. Go and sit down. Why are you still warming up? Donny didn't know. Donny was warming up, thinking that he's coming on. And then he started doing his stretching. And then he looked over and he saw, wait a minute, we've already made 1 sub and there's 2 people coming on. And then
those subs don't make sense.
He ran back and then he took off his bib and I was like, why is Donny warm? Why you sent Donny out to go and warm up? It was so horrible to see, man.
Even Lingard, he was warming up for what?
Why sub on Cavani when we're 5-0 down? Did you actually think we're going to come back? Like, at that point, it's just damage limitation. You've just got a man sent off. The one time I want him to sub on a DM, he subs on a striker.
You not hear what Semps said before? When did they ask him, when did you know it was over at 4-0? Is he taking a
4-0.
fucking piss, bro?
Yeah.
He must be
bro. We just honestly, I'm
Get
gonna
Kish on here, man. Get Kish on here.
Kish.
I want to ask him some questions.
Kish is not gonna come on. He's a bottle job. But listen, the 4-0 down, and Ali makes one sub, 4-0 down at home, and we put in that performance. And he makes one sub. Apparently, Pogba's going to come on and change the game. I mean, he had a disaster, don't get me wrong. But apparently, he's going to come on.
His face at half time.
Bro, and he's going to change the game. Apparently, he went into the dressing room and they have the tactics board up on the dressing room. He's done a circle here and he got a full arrow or go off and Pogba on. That was the tactics. How on earth is you only making one sub when we're losing 4-0, my brother? You could have taken off literally about all the team if you wanted to, and how is he only made one sub? Like, it just blows my mind. It's just so baffled.
But did any of you lot see what the formation was in the second half when Pogba came on?
The diamond.
It weren't a diamond. It looked like Pogba came in and stood next to McTominay, because I was trying to work this out. I was thinking Pogba's gonna come in on the left. No, he came. It looked like he stood next to McTominay and Fred came over to the left. That's what it looked like. So I don't know if they then changed to a 4-3-3 or what, or it was a 4-2-3-1 with Fred playing on the left. That's what it looked like. I was trying to work it out because I was like, why is Pogba in the middle? He's meant to be playing on the left, surely. And it wasn't. And I was like, this don't look normal, man. This don't look normal. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I used to love this about Jose Mourinho. I can't lie. He's a bit ruthless with it at times.
I think what you're about to say, I'm thinking as well.
But when you can clearly see that it's not working, 2-0 down, you make a change.
Yeah,
you take somebody off. Somebody's gonna. You've seen he done it at Spurs with Dyer. He's done it at United before. It's not nice in the moment, but at least man is being proactive, and this is the difference between top managers. I don't really even rate Jose anymore, but top managers are proactive. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says that he knew it was damage limitations at 4-0, and at half time he decided to make a change. Why did you not make a change when it was 2-0? Change the system, change the personnel. The reason that he doesn't is because he doesn't know how to, people. It's a simple.
You know what, guys? Yeah, that comment about the 4-0. If he said 3-0, I kind of would have understood, because 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. The next goal, bro, he said 4-0.
So when they scored the fourth goal, Jerry, man said,
damn. Let's get the loading up, boys. He started, we almost had him. If we could have survived till half time there, we were in the game,
bro.
No, just let James. I don't rate Jose, James. Trust me, I'm not a Jose fan.
But bro, Jose was shameless. He will take a 0-0. He don't care, bro. He will take a 0-0 against the big teams.
But the thing is, right, Oli, basically, this was Oli trying to play attacking football. This was Oli trying to have a go. This was Oli trying to have a go and get a big result and get the fans back on board. But listen, bro, you haven't got the facilities for that, bad man. Like, just allow it. Allow it.
None of them.
You were never capable of tactically outdoing a manager like Klopp. I know you've done it against Pep, but they've been on counter attacks. I could have set up those teams and put Dan James on a counter attack and probably beaten Pep on a day. But like, for me personally, right, these next 3 games are completely irrelevant. Paul Pogba's down tools, as is half the team. Like, it's so clear.
Is that issue, people?
Okay, so, no. What does this down tools thing mean though? Because Pogba came on and got a red card. Like we've already said that Bruno could have got a red card. Ronaldo kicked out.
The players are not bothered.
Pogba weren't even playing in the last game as well. He was also a substitute. And let's remember who was actually on the pitch when we were losing 4-0. He had his passion merchants, his workhorse people, and his favourites. They were, you're not going to say Ronaldo and Bruno are down tools. Fred and McTominay are down tools. Maguire, Shaw.
But they're just shit, Semps. That's the thing.
The point I'm making is I don't like this down tools phrase. It's such an easy. I don't know who made it up. Well done to them, because they just got everybody just following them with this silly phrase. Like, it's such an easy thing to say to excuse what the real problem is. This is what I'm saying. The real problem is, yes, there is a problem in the camp. You can see it now, but that is born from the fact that they do not no longer believe in the manager because the tactics are crap. We can see it. Why do we as fans can see that the tactics are crap? And we're all getting vexed. Why do we expect these top professionals, man, that's come from Real Madrid, from Juventus, that go to play for their national team? Why do we expect them to be okay with this? They're not going to be happy. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? You got players that see McFred playing all of the time. Donny van der Beek can't get a game. They probably seen in training and saying, you know what, Donny van der Beek is a baller. You know, this guy could probably help the team. Wait a minute, McFred's starting again. Ban you, Ollie. Ban you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but basically, the term down to what I was trying to say is, right, the players are mentally checked out, basically. That when I'm saying that phrase, the players are mentally, they've given up basically on the manager. They don't believe in the process anymore. They don't believe this guy can take them any further than they currently are. And I think that's quite evident. While the lack of flipping desire, passion, United DNA, that was evident. I felt it was evident on the pitch. I don't think a lot of the players were fighting. I think the perfect example was kind of the fact that when the Ronaldo and Bruno thing against Conte happened, when Fred backed it, I think that really is a red flag for me in terms of the togetherness of a team. I'll be honest with you, I can't even run that quick, but I'll tell you right now, I would have been on the other side of the pitch because I play centre back as well. I would have been there. If someone's pushing my boy, I would have been there 2-4 that motherfucker.
Guys, this is why sometimes I say, obviously,
half the players aren't even there. Bro.
Fred backed it. The biggest game of the season. Liverpool at home are getting slapped. They're jumping on Ronaldo, and none of you are there to back it. What's wrong with you, lot? Like, I'm not worried, bro.
That showed the team have given up, bro.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
They're finished, bro. They're actually mentally checked out. Like, for me personally, right? If I remember when Jesse used to play, right? I'm sure you guys remember when Jesse used to play. And when Rashford got pushed, Jesse was in there quick. Bro, he was 1v5 that team, pushing every man away. He wasn't taking none of that shit when people going near Rashford. I didn't see that fight, that hunger. And that's why I like Ronaldo. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate it. That's why I like Ronaldo kicking. I know I shouldn't say this, but that's why I like Ronaldo.
Yeah, bro.
No, but this is football. This is football, and this is a rival.
I want to see players fucking hurt, bro. It's a Manchester Liverpool derby when Vieira and Keane were doing all that nonsense. I was loving that. I was like, yes, boys, it means a lot to you. And it meant a lot to Ronaldo. And that's what it comes down to. Who does it really hurt? Maguire, does it hurt him? Absolutely not. Look at his face after the game. Bro, if that was me, I'd be fucking wanting to cry, bro. He looked like I went to apologize to the fans. Piss off, bro.
Bro, he said he's only there because he had to be there.
Embarrassing, bro.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
I thought it was just somebody saying that.
He said that. He said, if I have to be here, basically. Something along those lines. I'm only here because I have to be here. Bro, shut up, man. You got the captain's armband at Man United. They're here, Pogba, Ronaldo, yeah. The youngsters, i.e. Rashford, Greenwood, these guys do not come into category because they're not seniors. Rashford and all them guys, they don't count. But Ronaldo,
wow,
Pogba,
can't believe you said
and
that.
David here are the only three men with cojones. I don't want to get onto Cavani because he just seems like a genuinely nice guy. You got nothing bad to say about him. But them three guys are the only guys speaking out against his utter nonsense. Maguire, Shaw, the rest of these guys, they ain't saying shit. They're happy because you know what? Maguire's is getting relegated, bro. He hasn't even played this time, my brother.
Them man are gonna play next week. That's why they know.
Yeah, they're gonna play, bro. They're gonna.
So you know what? I actually think that Ronaldo coming has kick-started this. I won't call it a revolution, but but you know what? I think he's kick-started this because he's like the rest of them, man. They've been too nice, innit? Letting Maguire be captain, and all of this nonsense going on. Now Ronaldo's come and been like, he's probably looking around saying,
Hold on.
Wait a minute, what's going on at this football club now? And then he will have in it. He will talk to the other ballers, isn't it? He'll talk to the followers and everything, and he'll be like, "No, this can't keep running, people. With the and then I don't know because you know what? Last season, you all would know I've been on streams with you last season, and I've been talking the talk since then. We do not play good enough. It's not sustainable. All of that stuff, but. We are very, very bad at the moment. We were not that bad last season. The way teams are just running rings around us. So definitely, I agree. I don't agree with the word down tools, but I definitely agree that something are going in there right now.
They're mentally checked out on it, which is obviously.
Oh, we saw the reports today. Was it someone put in the group that Bailly spoke out Van der Beek? They're thinking, you know what? Let me say something because, bruv, we're not playing, yeah, and you're asking why we lost to Liverpool. It was you, big man. Not the reason, bro.
Man sat down and said, "What's the problem?" They went, "You, me, you're the problem." Oh, you, bro, you. They just moved Ollie in front of the mirror and said, "Ask the question again, my guy." Oh my god! Honestly, I got like, what? This is what I was saying to Kish on the chat, right? Obviously, I studied sports psychology at uni. Like, it was one of my unis. Man got first in that, so I think I was somewhat credible to speak about this topic. But
send me that wavy border up, please.
I'm telling you straight up. I need. But listen, for me personally, right, his psychology this season, the way he's dealt with our squad, has been nothing short of amateur. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of scenarios so you're up to scratch. Let's start with the obvious one. Tellez scores an absolute banger. One of the best goals I've seen live personally, yeah. I've seen Rio Ferdinand's goal when he brought it out the sky and volleyed it. I've seen the Vidic one. I've seen some good goals, yeah. But that's the best one I've personally seen live. It's an absolute screamer, yeah. And for me, you got a Luke Shaw who's been absolutely shocking this season. You guys know I'm a Luke Shaw fan. I've defended him throughout.
Great point you're making.
I mean, Jerry, you know that, and I always defend Shaw. But I'm going to keep it real. I ain't got no bloody agenda. Shaw, you didn't shit. Yeah, and he admitted it, so I respect him. No, he came out and said it himself.
I saw that.
He's not been nowhere near good enough, so I respect him for owning that. But he was injured. He was absolutely shocking prior to the injury. So it's not like he's like a striker that's on hot form. Let me get him back in straight away. We were playing Everton. Tellez has just scored, and guess what? Tellez, okay, I'm not saying he set the world alight because I was at that game. He wasn't amazing, but he did all right. He scores, and guess what? He's back on the bench for a half-injured, half-fit.
Bro, did you see the strapping on his leg that day?
Luke Shaw comes in. Guess who cost us the game? Luke Shaw. Why could Tellez not play that game? Another example, Scott McTominay. Gets subbed on over Van der Beek. Scott McTominay is not even fit at this point. Gets subbed on, has a shocker, and gets injured. What is Van der Beek's mental? I can't even get on over an injured Scott McTominay. Then you got other players in the flipping final third. They can't even get a game. Like, you got Jadon Sancho. You've been wanting me for 2 years straight. You paid 75 million, and you can't even, I'm not getting a game on the right wing. I keep playing on the left wing. Mentally, right?
Lingard even. He still ain't started the game.
No, but let me just land. But mentally, right, those players are checked out. Mentally, Van der Beek, Tellez, and who was the other one? Obviously, obviously Donny, but Bailly, sorry. I didn't give the Bailly exact. Sanchez checked out. And Bailly as well. I'll come back to that example. But them three players in particular, they're thinking, I can't get a game in circumstances that are where I outwork. Not only are these guys not performing, but they're not even fit and they're still playing. So when you call upon that player, i.e. Tellez, i.e. Delo, or even or Donny, they're not going to perform for you, brother. It's common sense. Delo, another player, okay, granted, he's been shocking, but he's looking at Wan-Bissaka thinking, this guy's dropping 1 out of 10s every single game and getting a game. What do I need to do to get on the pitch? I've got no chance then. So he already has checked out. And people will say you haven't got the strength and depth. But because mentally, you're messing with those players on the bench. Bailly for me is getting absolutely bantered. Lindelof and Maguire.
Did you see when he did the thing?
Absolutely shocking.
Bro, did you see Bailly on Sunday? He was done.
Serious?
Bro, he was that good.
Yeah, legit.
No way.
Absolutely violated Lindelof. Man did a flick over his head, bullied him, sent him everything. De Gea saved his ass. Bro, and Bailly sat there thinking, nah, there's no way. If this guy's on the pitch and I can't play. So that's 5 players mentally are like, bro, I don't want to be here. Then you got Jesse Lingard, who's only had cameo appearances this season. Every single cameo he's played, he's been influential in the victory or result.
Yeah.
Guess what? Doesn't get rewarded. He's not played since. Not played a minute. Ahmed Diallo scores an integral goal in the Europa League. Hasn't had a minute since. I mean, that's 7 players I've named off the top of my head that Oli has screwed with mentally. You played your best performance and you've never seen the pitch again. So what's the point? Martial scores a goal. Okay, he was injured, but he would not have played anyways. Let's not kid ourselves. Rashford would have been back in the team. So for me personally, that's where Ali's lost the dressing room. The guys on the fringe, they've had enough, and now the guys are on the pitch, like the likes of Pogba's. He's looking at Fred and McTominay dropping disaster class and not seeing football pitch. So he's probably thinking the same thing. So it's just common sense, mate. That's just how it is. But go on, Semps.
Yeah, no, I'm literally just gonna piggyback off of what you've been saying, because everything you've just said there, spot on. I agree 100%. Because when you can't get in the team, it means that the team are performing well. That's what it should be. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When the team are performing well, you should expect, well, you can't change a winning team. You get what I'm saying? But we're not performing well. So, like you say, Tellez, you should be given a chance. The Donny van der Beek one is the one that really irks me, because, you know, he was given a game against West Ham. Now, we did lose that game, but I was at that game and he was the man of the match. He was everywhere. You actually thought to myself, "Rah, he actually could do this job. Oh, he could do that job." He was everywhere. He ain't played again. He ain't. So what does that mean? So you say to him, Donny, I want you to go out today and really, this is your chance. Prove to me. He proves to you, and he does not get a chance again.
Exactly.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, I think one of his biggest traits that we used to all say is his man management. His man management is A1. That could be another thing that could be the difference between last season and this season. Maybe now he's finding it more difficult to do all of this, keep players happy and everything, because he looks like he's failing miserably to me. And like you say,
you see, when you say keep players happy, like, we've got enough good players to switch it around, so you can keep everyone happy. But the fact that you're sticking with your
favorites,
like Van der Beek wanted to go out on loan, yeah.
I heard somebody say McTominay.
We passed that. And like I was saying, yeah, you told Donny you can't go on loan to Everton. I want you to stay. We saw Donny's interview on Rio's channel. I want to get minutes. I've got to be ready. Blah blah blah. We ain't seen him since. You see Lingard, you say, we want Lingard to stay, to sign a new contract. We see him as part of the team. Man can't even start, bro. You gave Bailly a new contract last summer. Even what game was it before when Maguire and Varane out? We're all thinking, yeah, Bailly's definitely gonna start. I see him in training. He's smiling, ready.
Maguire did one half training session, brother.
And then Maguire got forced back in it against Leicester.
Maguire's leading the players. I said, hey, hold on. But so when is Bailly gonna play? We're out of the Carabao Cup. He's never going to play the season. That's basically what you're saying. And I'm thinking, is this really Oli? Like, I know people call him the babyface assassin. It's true, bro. He's actually living up to that name.
That's not being an assassin, right? For me, personally, right?
This is a criminal act.
No, but
I hear you, Jerry. I hear you.
Bullying, man. That Van der Beek's man is so sad. For Oli was a nice guy, bro. Like the way he's treating Donny, something must have happened, because I just don't understand how he gets no minutes. How?
And he's not crap. He's not
good
crap. He's exactly what we need. We need someone to do what Donny does. That's the
part. We need a DM, yeah. Well, Sterling obviously not a DM, but he can be one of the key that change.
Bro, what car you got there?
Is that you, Shawn?
Don't worry about Shawn. Come on, Shawn.
But like I said, yeah, Donny. Like, we need a DM, of course, but he can be a missing piece. He can probably change the fortunes of this team, bro. If he's in midfield, he can probably, obviously, it won't change. Actually, it will change a lot, but it will change the way we play, because we're trying to play out from the back. You've got Scott and Fred to collect the ball. That don't make sense. You signed Wan-Bissaka to play out from the back, really? Like, what? Oli, actually, like, this can't be him, bro. This is his twin.
Nah, this is him. This is your manager.
Nah. Yeah, the stream, bro. Don't do that, fam.
Man kicked him out.
But yeah, it's well, it's hard to take him because I don't know where this comes from.
Shall I tell you what pisses me off the most, right? And obviously Sam said it there. Like, obviously, if the ones ahead of you aren't performing and you're still not getting picked, of course, mentally that's gonna just grate you if it's consistent. But for me, right, he's rewarding shitness. He's rewarding shit performances. For me, Maguire would not see pitch for a couple of weeks minimum. There's no way that you're the captain of Manchester United Football Club. I don't care. Draft some young kid in. I don't care. Have some self-respect. But guess what? He'll never do that because
he gave him captaincy. Why?
All he cares about is himself. All he cares about is saving his job. He doesn't care about having any integrity. There's no way Luke Shaw and Maguire should be starting against Spurs. Lindelof, I let him off because he's with Maguire. So what is he meant to do? I'm going to leave Lindelof, but there's no way Maguire and Shaw should be starting this game. Bailly and Tellez can't do any worse. I am not hearing it. They can't.
Can I ask you that question? Can I ask you that question? Yeah.
Go on.
You see the next game. What do you think he does? Does he go?
He'll play the exact same team.
That's what I want. Does he go back to his favorites, or do you think he changes something? Because
I hope he backs his favorites and we get fucking slapped. How about that? I hope he backs it.
You know what? I think not even him is. Not even Ollie can turn up with the same team.
Nah, he will.
No, he can't.
McFred started.
Nah, they won't. Matic will come in.
Bro.
Matic and Fred.
Matic and Fred, probably. Matic and Fred.
Yeah, Donny can't get a game. Why?
Yeah,
if he plays Donny Van de Beek, I'm gonna riot. Don't be a punk now and try to play.
Yeah, don't play him out.
Yeah, I hear that.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it. Try to bring people back on side. See, listen, I look at a lot of what Ollie has done is weak management. You know, I'm not going to use some of the terms I've heard used of the guy, but for example, if you notice over the years, he's always made the easy subs, right? He always changes the person who won't create a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He always makes the easy, when he does make a change, which is always typically late, it's going to be the easy one, right? There are times where Marcus had to come off, but it will always be Mason, right? It'll always be the kid. Now it's Sancho. But before, it would always be Fred. Like there's certain people you just know he's going to take off instead of the people that he should take off. And that's the thing that always gets me, man. It's like I heard Semps saying earlier something that was just flat out the facts. If he was preaching at church, I would have sent him an offering for this statement. He said this. He said, a real good manager is not always reactive, but proactive. Ollie doesn't roll that way. Like, we always are reacting to what the other team is going to do or whatever. He doesn't get out ahead of things. And then when you hear him say, listen, 4-0, I knew it was done. Bruv, 4. That's when you knew. Like, bro, listen, this is why we're in the Europa League final at 100 minutes and the man's finally got the board up.
No.
Come on, man. And we've been seeing this for time. This is the problem.
And then you hear that donut Gary Neville would, and he will come out and say, see, Ollie didn't have the players to make a sub. That's why he did. I'm like, don't make me dash this in your head.
Cavani, Sancho, Pogba, Van de Beek, Matic is his bench, my brother.
Yeah.
You see Gary Neville, yeah? He said, what did he say? He said, well, Jose was the best manager in the world. Bro.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Exactly, he wasn't even, yeah? So the thing is, should we stop looking for world-class managers?
Van Hall was done when we brought him in. That's false narrative. Bro, can I just tell you guys?
A new interesting British word that I'm going to use. Actually, a couple of them. One I really like in regard to Gary Neville. It would have been he was a Muppet. But the new British word I've learned that I actually love, that Gary Neville has moved past Muppetry into being a cockwomble. This is what this guy is. A cockwomble.
Who was teaching you these words?
I don't know what it means, but it sounds awesome.
I don't understand the argument. You said we had world-class managers. It didn't work then. So we should stop looking for world-class managers. Is that it? We should just continue.
But we didn't have that. They were past it, Jerry.
No, but I mean, obviously they had the stature, but he's saying it didn't work, so we should stop. doesn't even make any sense. So, because it didn't work with them two, we should just continue with the process.
If Gary Neville would actually do and practice what he preaches, because he's had more managers at Salford than they've been in existence, right? Yeah. They're like 5 years old with 7 managers or something ridiculous. This guy's a clown, man.
Yeah, but that's where he tried it, and he was like, "I sold the manager, sacked the manager, and I regret it, and I regret it."
Yeah, he's trying to say,
Gary.
Basically stopping the comments from saying, "Well, you're a hypocrite, aren't you?"
Yeah.
He was getting in there before people can say it. But guess what, Gary? Listen, you don't regret it, my guy. You're full of shit. You're basically what. You're basically Watford owners equivalents. You sacked 4 managers in 2 seasons, bro. Yep. So let's cut
tell
the
him.
nonsense here.
Tell him.
You're an absolute fraud. You're an absolute hypocrite. Okay, boundaries. Defend your mate. I'm all for defending and riding for my flipping boys. I get that. Yeah, but I tell you right now, if that was fucking my mate, I wouldn't slag him off on TV. Fair play. But guess what? You're meant to be objective. That's your job as a flipping pundit, to be objective. You're getting paid millions to go on Sky Sports and be objective, not get mugged off by Liverpool flipping legends. They're absolutely laughing at us. They're absolutely laughing at you on live TV, and you're still sat there basically ridiculing the players and ridiculing Paul Pogba for a 10-minute cameo, bro. We were 4-0 down before Pogba was on the pitch. And that goes for Paul Scholes as well, who's going after Paul Pogba. Bro, he was on the pitch for 10 minutes, my brother.
He said he should never play for United again or something like that, Paul Scholes said.
Yeah, because Roy Keane never got sent off.
Yeah,
Roy Keane never got sent off, didn't he, in big games? Roy Keane been sent off on many a big game, so relax.
Yeah, where was Roy Keane on Sunday, man? We missed him. I wish he was there.
Scholes needs to chill out, man. He's got other things to worry about than Paul
Roy Keane, man.
Yeah, worry about them toes.
Yeah, worry about them bloody flipping licky toes, you weirdo. You're absolute cretin. Anyway, man's chatting shit. Chat to Gary Neville, man. These guys are full of shit. Like, I've never seen anything more deluded. And for all the people that actually think Ollie's going to turn it around in this 3-game period, Ollie can win the next 5 games. I ain't going to be Ollie's at the wheel until man is gone. Then he'll be at the wheel because he's driving to the airport and he's fucked up.
He can win every game.
Bro, I don't give a shit.
Wait, so Usman, you're saying you want us to lose, yeah?
Listen, I don't give a shit. This is the first time and the only time.
I know, that's why I'm asking you. So
I'm going to give you the answer that you want. And this is the first time that I'm ever going to say this in my entire life. I don't give a fucking shit. I hope we lose to Spurs. I do not give a shit anymore. I am done with the club. I know that makes me a fake fan. I don't even care anymore. If that makes me a fake, the way I see it is 1L for the greater good, because this guy will not go. If we beat Spurs, bro, we're gonna be here in flipping 4 weeks' time saying the same shit because he'll still be at the job. Because if he beats Spurs and draws to Atlanta, then we're gonna be like, well, give him time. Well, it's Man City. Everyone loses to Man City, and then he'll beat Watford, and then get slapped by Chelsea. Then he'll draw to Arsenal, and bro, and the cycle don't stop. We'll get to the end. We'll get to Christmas. Oh, give him to the end of the season. You may as well now. The season's almost over, bro. I'm not doing it anymore. You listen. Cut all ties right now. I'm a fake fan. Call me what you wish. I do not care. Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, please, just, bro, please. You guys bottle everything. Please do not bottle this one. Absolutely frauds of a football club.
And let me ask Semps, because it's a difficult question, man, because I, for one, I can't. United's about to play Spurs. I can't sit down and watch or hope my team loses. That's just me, innit?
That's right. Yeah.
Look. So this is where I am, and it's funny. I was having this conversation with Kojo earlier. I'm calm for the weekend. I'm calm, and the reason why I'm calm is because I'm at this point now where anything goes.
I understand that.
Yeah, I'm not going into it like I hope we lose, and I'm not going into it like I hope. I'm just like,
if we lose,
we lose. You know what I'm saying? If we win, we win. Because I do believe even if we win, the cards are going to fall at some point anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? And us winning, it does. What will really surprise me which will make me be like, oh, is if we actually put in a performance.
Yeah.
That's what I don't care about the winning, because we won against Atalanta. That was great and everything, but that don't mean nothing. It's the performance. This is what we need to see. We need to see, and I'm not over exaggerating when I say this, when I'm tweeting that we've not seen a level of performance like what we saw Arsenal do to Aston Villa. Like anybody that was watching that game,
they slapped
Arsenal, up until like 70 minutes, 75 minutes, Arsenal were phenomenal against Aston Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? The same against Spurs. I want to see us put in one of those type of performances.
Let me give you a scenario then. Because obviously, I'm done basically. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I didn't say that before. I didn't say it before the Liverpool game. Jerry could testify to that because we were on the podcast. I would never want us to lose a football game. But after that game, the fact that he's still here, it actually blows my mind. So this seems like it's the only way. So let me give you a scenario, right? Let's say he wins that game, yeah, and then that means that he keeps his job. Let's say if he loses that game, he gets sacked. So if he wins that game, he stays for longer because obviously it buys him time, etc. So let's say that means he's going to stay until December. Let's say mid-December. I don't know what could happen after that game. Or if he loses, he's sacked basically. So what are you saying then?
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Oh man, why are you putting man on the spot like that?
Bro, because that's
no, but I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna be a politician now and just go around the house.
No politicians here, man. This is the last question of the show, so I want to answer, bro. Shawn's dead.
Shawn's like, yeah, I'm not on this. No. I hear you. The problem with answering that type of question is it's hypothetical, innit? Like we don't know what's gonna happen. Like I can say, yeah, if we lose and he's still in a job, do you know what I mean? And then you're thinking,
I don't think he's surviving that. That's 3 L's on the bounce.
No, but if he beats Atalanta midweek, we're
no. You know what? This is also something that we really do have to consider, guys. Is that we are top of the group there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So whilst we keep bobbling along there, that may also extend his career.
Semps, I love you, but answer the question. The question is, I love you, Semps, but this is the last question.
What was the question again?
So the question is very simple. Everyone in the chat, I want you to answer because I know it makes me a fake fan. I'm not sitting here. I'm not proud of what I said. I'm not proud because I don't want to do a watch along wishing for us to lose. I've never done that in my life. So
you're doing a watch
along. It's very simple. Yeah? So Ollie wins, he stays for longer, i.e. a much longer period. Ollie loses, he's sacked. It's as simple as that. Which one are you taking? The red pill or the blue pill? Red pill, he's sacked. Blue pill, he survives. Which one are you having?
Is it red pill that he's sacked?
Red pill, he gets sacked and we lose. We have to lose for him to get sacked. The blue pill, he wins and he keeps his job. Jerry, do you want to answer that while Semps is thinking? Or what
I'm going red pill. Fuck it. I'm going red pill. If I had to choose, I'm going red pill.
I've got another one. Right, Jerry, last question, bro. Before we wrap it, go on. What's your answer? So you get sacked.
But sorry. Skeptic has put a really good post in. Put that up there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
Jerry, we're both hostesses. So. Right, okay, so each manager's I've seen this actually. Each manager's last game, Jose 3 L's, 12 goals conceded, Moyes 5 L's, 10 goals conceded, LVG 2 L's, 11 goals conceded, most recent 10 results, 5 L's. I knew he was. Listen.
Oh my days!
I don't want to be that guy yet, Semps. But you was at the game and I was at the game as well. Villarreal is not one of those L's. You tell me if that should not have been an L.
That should have been an L. That's fair. We should have been 4-0 down at half time. David De Gea did a madness.
And I don't want to be that guy because we won, but that should be 6 L's. Because that was a complete robbery.
I agree. I
don't want to be. But that's just facts.
To be fair, all our games this season, apart
to be pure robbery, bro. Look at the Southampton one. De Gea makes a double save off that Armstrong keys. It was 1-on-1. Bro, he should be missing that. He's clean thrown goal. That was a Maguire mistake again.
Wolves should have slapped us. West Ham, we saved the penalty last minute. Everton, obviously, we drew. Aston Villa, we drew.
Temmie. Love that. We hold L's anyway. Might as well get something out of it.
Big facts, bro, man. This is what I'm saying, man.
Where? Yeah, that
anybody watching knows that we're not plastic fake fans anyway. So they should understand that the pain is
I think
real.
a lot of people agree. I said it on Saeed's channel as well, and a lot of the comments were saying I agree with you, man. I was expecting a hostility when I looked at the chat, but everyone was agreeing with me apart from like one guy. But literally everybody else was like, no, I agree. I hope Conte can score, blah, blah, blah. So, Jerry, over to you. Wait, let's see. Wait, nah, is that Ty? Ty said it as well. Ty's back in it. Yes, Ty. I can't believe it. Oh, no.
I told you.
I told you is funny.
Listen, I have to get it in, though, because I've been getting violated for my opinions on so many chats. You guys have no idea. But yeah, listen, even Ty said it. So, Jerry, your last but not least.
I've been thinking for the past 5 minutes. I don't know. I can't. My body can't.
Jerry, there's no fences on this one.
No, it's not fences, but you know what? It's hard, man. Wait, what's the so if we lose?
So red pill we lose and he gets sacked. Blue pill we win and he stays.
Stays till when though?
We don't know with this board.
No, because he can win and we can lose to Atlanta City and he will be gone anyway.
I don't know. Let's just say he stays until mid-December, or December, Christmas. I don't know. He stays in there. We know what the cycle of Ollie is. He gets a couple of wins. Kish will be singing Ollie's at the wheel in the chat. Their fans will be back. Oh, you gotta trust us at the dark times. You know how it goes. But come on, bro. He'll be staying for a long time because we're not gonna lose to Atlanta. We'll probably get a draw on that. You know what I'm saying?
Just take the red pill, Jerry, man. Come on.
Nah, I don't want no peer pressure, Jerry. You do your thing. I don't want
this is such a hard question because I need to know what's coming after. I need to know, bro.
It's very straightforward. The red pill means Ollie gets sacked and we lose to Spurs.
Then what? McKenna comes in, Carrick comes in. What happens?
Oh, come off it,
Jerry. I need to
know.
I can't just sack him if I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. Flipping.
I didn't do the politician thing well enough. Jerry is the master. Jerry is the master.
No. I'll say it straight. I'll say it straight. If I don't know who's coming in, I'll rather keep him. I'll take blue pill. I need to know who's coming in before I'll sack him. So
who do you want to come in? That's the bad question. Who do you want to come in?
It needs to be either Zidane, Conte, a serious manager.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, Conte's coming in then. That's the.
Red pill.
Okay, say less. Right, say less. Okay, so we've got 4 red pills. Tie in the chat. Let us know in the chat as well, people. Obviously, I do apologize if I've missed the comments because I'm not an host. Obviously, as you can see. Right, Shawn, over to you, bro. Last question. I'm sure you've seen it because I think you put it in the chat, anyways. So red pill means that we lose to Spurs and Ollie gets out. Blue pill means we win against Spurs and Ollie stays for the foreseeable future, whatever that is.
Bro, you know, like I said, man, I've been dealing with this type of venom and heat, but my heart's broke. And anytime your heart's broke, your head don't work. You feel me? So here's the thing: I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna take that red pill. If it can end it. I've never wanted to win. I'm a terrible loser. I will cheat my own kids at Monopoly. Fam, don't let me be banker. Don't let me be banker. Right? I'm handing out L's. Listen, we're playing football out in the pitch when my kid was 8. I'm slide tackling. I'm handing out life lessons. Right? But I'm telling you this for free. I can't deal with this anymore, man. Because not just about getting another manager, because we can't trust this board even to do the right thing or pick the right person. But the fact is, the way this guy has now divided the fan base, even through the Glazers and them using this guy through sentiment, it's just getting old, man. I'm tired of the same discussions. You know, I've been in the same discussions about Ollie in, Ollie out for a hot minute. Oh, yeah, see my guy in the comment. Yeah, bro, big up. Oh, by the way, anytime I'm in any of y'all's streams, right, and you see Worldwide Red Show,
we know that's me, man.
Show me, no.
That's me, Carrie. No. But some people don't know. They're like, they think
maybe they just don't like you, Shawn. Have you ever thought about that? Like, just comments,
hey, bro, listen, get in line. I've been living with a woman that like me for 20 years, and it's still
Shawn, we still maintain. Have you picked Ollie up from Carrington or what? You'd be driving for a while, guys. Is he going to the airport? Help us out, bro. Oh God,
bro. Listen, if First off, I saw someone in another stream I was in say that Ollie's going back to mode. They don't want bro back. Like, I mean, they don't want him back. Have you ever listened to their fans talk? They're like, nah, man, allow it. They don't want him back. So for me, I'm surprised. I'm saying they all have to go. They all have to go. But here's the other thing. I would fly to Manny. Actually, I don't fly straight to Manny. I always fly to London, then roll down to little USA, Milton Keynes. And then I grab the Virgin up to Manny because that's how we do it. Anyway, just so y'all know, it ain't my first time being in the UK. I know my way around, baby. So the thing is, that's what I do. When I get there, I'm going to catch a Nando's after I get that extra spicy, extra sauce, because, you know, that's how you got to get over that jet lag. Yes. I am going to go listen, I'll pick Ollie up, McPassion up. Listen, those two, I will drive them. I will drive all the way up past the Tune into Scotland to drop McPassion off if we don't have to see that joker again. He would look good in, I guess, Celtic green or Ranger blue, whatever his family would pick. I don't care. Send them on. And Ollie too. Bye. Listen, I can't take it no more, Usman. Jerry, I can't. Semps, I can't. Like the man has broke me. The man's broke. I love the guy. I loved him, but it's getting to where it's untenable now.
I hear you, man.
I mean, I don't think there's anything else to add apart from this. Ollie, I hear this. They're giving a lot of money. So,
wait, what?
Bro, no.
So Ollie,
no, we can't do that.
This is my invitation to you,
put it in the Squid Game,
join the Squid Games, Ollie. You got this, Ollie.
Come on, man.
You got this.
We're better than this.
The issue is you probably survived this. He's got that many bloody lives, for fuck's sake.
Nah, come on,
so
guys.
go and get yourself some money. Come back in good health and all that good stuff.
Bro, Ollie's that brat. It was his friend that you thought he was his friend, and he was shady in the end. That's that.
And he snaked him. Yeah.
Snake, bro. Over there, look, and you even seen what he did to McTominay, Jerry, during the game. Look at him went. Bro, that's some sketchy stuff in and of itself.
Back to him, guys, listen, we're gonna wrap it there because it's getting very late, and I think obviously we're all working men, aren't we? So let's just wrap it there. I just want to say a massive obviously thank you to everyone in the chat. It's been eventful. I mean, I don't know about the other guys, but I just had to get it off my chest because I've been fuming all day. These guys know I've been fuming. Oh my God, I've never been so rattled in my life. As soon as I seen the news that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was getting 3 more games to turn it around, or whatever you want to call it, I mean, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I can't believe this club can be this inept. I mean, there's levels to this shit, and Manchester United have just far surpassed my expectations of absolute shambles. Like they're just been embarrassing. Like you can't actually get worse than this. You lose 5-0 to your biggest rivals, and you keep your job. I mean, it's all smiles and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stays to fight another battle. But listen, if you are watching this on repeat, red pill or blue pill, I need to know the general consensus from the chat. Obviously, let us know. Please do comment down below. So just to quickly clarify, red pill means we lose to Spurs and he gets sacked. Blue pill means we win and he stays for the foreseeable future, whatever that means in Man United. I don't even know what the owners think anymore. But listen, that is the end of the show. Jerry, I'm going to pass it to you. Do your due diligence and all that good stuff. Shout out to Jerry, firstly. It's been absolute quality as always, man. But yeah, over to you, bro, to wrap it up.
Listen, guys, like Osman said, it's been an eventful day. Shout out to Rassi saying Tuesday event days has to be a regular with this panel. Listen, it's been therapy. Let's say therapy, because there's a lot to speak about with regards to United. Like tomorrow, it can be a whole new episode. Obviously, you've not seen the Romano video, the alleged leak where he's been sacked and whatnot. So
is that a leak?
Or something. It said people said it was a private video that he accidentally.
Nah, I don't think it's a leak. I think he made a mistake. I think he pre-recorded it, and he thought. But this time, obviously today, it would have been breaking news, etc. He wasn't expecting Man United to do a complete 180 or 360 or 180, I think it is, and even he's been blindsided by it. You saw so many reports last night. That's why so many of us got so happy because we thought it was over. But he lives to tell. He lives for another day, lads.
I just think it's all rumors. Them journalists, they just live to just try and get that breaking news. Like
clicks, just, man, it's their clicks.
Yeah, none of them really know what's going on, man. So I literally see it at the moment. I'm like Fabrizio's thinking this is perfect for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't just like transfers, man. I don't listen to them, me.
I hear that, man.
But yeah, let's wrap up there, people. Usman Talks United, another great stream. Obviously joined by the bros, Shawn and Semps, and obviously Usman. Obviously, like we end all streams, Shawn. Obviously, we got you a new subscriber today. So obviously let the people know.
Let's go.
Let the people know where they can find you, man. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
You're mute. You're on mute. Mute. Yeah.
Yo.
There we go. Can you hear now, Shawn? Oh, he's muted himself here.
Not yet.
There we go.
Just speak. We can see you.
No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't even saying nothing. Anyway, big up to everyone. You guys know how to do. Everyone subscribe to Usman, subscribe to Jerry, subscribe to Semps. If you don't, my prayer is that the fleas of 10,000 camels infest your armpits until you subscribe to my friends. Let it be done. Anyway, it's the Yankee. Love the love or don't love it all. It doesn't matter. Listen, follow me at WWReds_show. I'm out, guys. Y'all, big up.
Yeah,
yes. And obviously the bro Semps in the building. Listen, you have to go through that massacre on Sunday. I'm sure this kind of helped with the pain, bro. Where can they find you, man, on the socials, bro?
Well, I ain't got an outro like Shawn, boy. But if you want to hear more about what I've got to say, at Semps on Twitter, at Views TV Official on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of that.
Sick. And obviously myself, stepping into host.
200 subscribers. Jeez, go
on. I picked it. It went back to 198, fam. I can't lie to you.
You don't need to tell the people that I'll make 2 fake accounts tonight.
Listen, big up Usman. Listen, fun fact: Usman was actually the first collab I had. Like,
jeez, I didn't even know that. Still,
well, the whole football Twitter thing. I mean, the whole streaming and that. You was actually the first person that I, jumped on the streamer. So I always appreciate that. And to be hosting your shows is like, it's mad how the journey's come. But listen, I'm on YouTube as well with my bros, United Team Talk, where we just vent, we argue. My bro, obviously, he was a big Ollie in. Yeah, he flipped as well on Sunday, which is a momentous occasion because
that is huge. Trust me.
It's huge, man. Like, he's been back on Ollie all this time, and yeah, Sunday he had enough. So yeah, guys, United Team Talk on YouTube, and obviously Usman, take the people out, man. This is your channel. Let the people know.
Yeah, as Jerry said, obviously everyone's socials are down below as they always are. Make sure you obviously show love to them, follow them on social. Obviously, follow myself if you want me to rant about Glazers and Ollie, which is the only thing I'm doing at the moment. Regarding the shows, I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Wednesday tomorrow, so I think the Kojo show will be back. I mean, Kojo is not happy at all. I've never seen Kojo this pissed, which is actually it's quite funny. Me and Kojo got absolutely cooked yesterday. Me in particular got cooked. So if you haven't seen the Monday show, which is a Rival Fan podcast show with all, pardon me, with all the Rival fans, obviously Daniel Lawless, everyone was available apparently for the first time in about 6 weeks, which is a surprise. So yeah, obviously check that one out as well. But back tomorrow, hopefully with the Kojo show. Thursday got another podcast, and we will see you then, hopefully.
Sick. So yeah, guys, smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and we are out of here. Peace.
Yes.